Hey guys, it's Mike from Just Car People Things. We are working in our garage today because we, from Costco, got ourselves a retractable hose reel. These were on sale for about $140, and I'd wanted one for quite some time. And I looked at them online, and they were all pretty expensive online. They were over $150. This one was a few bucks less. And I like Costco because they've got a good warranty, and they'll take stuff back if things don't really work out. But I got the unit out of the box. This is actually upside down right now. Got the hose installed here on the bottom, the feed hose. And this then swivels back here as a hanger. And this is your retracting reel down here. So this guy just comes out and basically rolls itself back together. So I've got it seated here on my spare Lamborghini Trofeo coffee table here in my garage seating area. But that said, I am working on the project to be able to get it hung up, and I've got the perfect place for it that I want to show you and kind of show you some of the thought processes we're doing some of our garage stuff and getting a lot of junk organized here in the garage. So we'll walk over, show you where we're installing it, and maybe walk through a quick little install and show you it getting up on the wall. All right, well, here we are in our actual workspace. You guys may recall a few weeks ago I got this new stainless tub plumbed, and I absolutely love this thing, man. It is so cool and so nice to have this compared to that crappy laundry tub that was here before. But now is a chance to hang the hose reel, and I want to put it right here. I've got this gap underneath in this space right here that I think is just perfect for that. So that hose reel can then retract out, and then I can get it out the garage door here. Here's my detailing cart and all that stuff. And what I want to do is I want to get rid of this stupid hose on the floor that I've been fighting with and tripping over and running over, and it's just constantly in the way, and there's really not a good place to put a hose reel. So I think that retracting bit is really the way to go. So that being said, I took the bracket, and that hose reel, that metal piece in the back of it hangs on here, and then there's some screws that go into there that help it hang. So it's a pretty straightforward design, but of course my issue is under here. When you look, and I marked my studs because I got my really cool stud finder that will show you exactly where your studs are. The problem, of course, is that I run into, I want to put this right here in the middle, and the studs are on either side. So we went and grabbed a spare chunk of 2x6 that we had upstairs. We're going to need 2 of them, and just sort of pre-drilled them, try to get them right for where the studs are, and be able to just mount 2 of these. And then what we'll do is we'll just attach this guy right there, just like that, to the 2 of them. I've got 2 here, and those will go just like that here on the wall. I actually even had some of the stain left over from staining our garage loft back up there, so it all looks right and it's all going to match. So I think it'll look pretty good. It's a pretty straightforward project. With pre-drilling it and everything else, we just got to make sure we actually hit a stud, and that puts us in good shape. We do need about 6 inches of gap down from the sink itself to be able to accommodate the actual mounting bracket and allow the thing to swivel, just because the height of the bracket is in the middle of the actual hose reel. So we're just going to kind of eyeball and say, okay, we got to go, right about there. We'll probably do it. I'd initially thought about doing some more T-type stuff with plumbing and having multiple plumbed outlets down here and everything else. But at the end of the day, I think I'm just going to go with one right here. And if we ever want to come back and move things around later, we can do that. So that being said, we're just going to line this up pretty close to our stud marks on either side. See if hopefully we got this right, I hope. And then see if we can't sink it and hit it. Feel like we hit it. So we'll just get that in there real good. And it feels like we're pretty close to level. It doesn't have to be perfect under here. So we definitely hit the stud there. That feels pretty solid on that side. We'll come back through and just do the same thing over here. Come on. And so that is now rock solid. That is, you could jump up and down on that, and that is not going anywhere. So we'll get this other one hung up, and then we'll get the bracket attached, and we'll just show you how the hose reel goes on. Okay, well, we've got both of these guys mounted. Man, it's real convenient having a fridge here to be able to hang your light. So both these guys are mounted, and they're now, in the studs. They're super solid, and we're going to be able to take this this bracket and just, center it up right there in the middle roughly, and tack it down. This doesn't have to be perfect. We're obviously working under a sink here in the corner of our garage. It just needs to look good. So I did pull a 3/16 bit here to drive these guys, and what I'm finding is they're actually not 3/16. They're probably metric, because this thing is from China, as a lot of garage hose reel type items are. So we're gonna grab a different tool here, and one of the things that I always recommend having, and we got to go on the tour here through the garage. Watch out for the Honda, watch out for the Tundra, and just tinkering around with some of this stuff. So one thing I find, put our drill bit back here, we got a little impact drill bit set. These are great, highly recommended, is that you're gonna run in and I don't have a size for that, and that happens. So one of the things that often comes in these types of kits, and I'll show you real quick, is one of these guys right here. And this is a 3/8 inch adapter for that impact. So what you can then do is come through, look at your sockets. That guy fits perfectly right there. Is that gonna be a 10 millimeter? 10 millimeter, hey, we found one. But you'll notice this is a quarter drive. I have a quarter drive one too. So now we can install these with that. These are two of the more handy items I have. If you have an impact driver, this is totally worth investing in, this little tool right here, and allows you to really increase the capability of this impact driver tool. This is probably, outside of a tape measure, one of the things that I reach for the most in the garage, that allows you to do the most things. So we're just gonna come in here. This goes this way. You can see it's got the hook there for that to sort of land on, and just put that up there, and we can kind of figure out where we want this. I think it just centered probably makes the most sense, pretty close to centered anyways. And we'll just throw that guy right there. We'll just drive that right through. The good news is I've confirmed there's nothing behind here that we're probably going to go through, so you'll see this just sinks right in, just like that. And that has almost a washer on the top, and that allows that then to hang on that little edge. So this is not quite level. One of the cool things about this toy is it's got a level on it, so you can come in and just fix things to square them up right about there. Cool. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be close. We'll go to this other corner and just sink these 4 guys in. Sorry, that's probably loud. We're gonna mute for these. And last but not least, cool. And so one thing we're gonna do while we're under here, other than kind of clean some things up, we'll just pop that out. You got these big drywall anchors these masonry anchors that were also included. So one thing, kind of just throw all that back in there. We're not going to use these parts either. I've decided against that. And we'll get all this out of the way. Also going to make sure the hose is off, and then remove our old hose, which we can repurpose elsewhere. So that's going to get us out of the way there. So we'll get organized here. We'll come back. We'll show you this thing hanging on the wall and get it run in and make sure it works. And you know, it's a nice day. We might just go wash the car. So cheers. All right, folks, we are back, and we have this hung up and installed. A little bit of manhandling to get it up there because it's kind of heavy. It probably weighs about 25 or 30 pounds, but it sits very nicely on our new bracket underneath there. Floats in the wall real nice. This is super solid. You're never going to worry about it breaking off there, even if it loads up. And you can see I've got it plumbed in. So I pulled the hose out a bit. I got it locked. And so basically you either break the retraction or pull it out until you hear it click, and it'll find a spot to sort of land. So I got this tightened on here. Didn't go crazy, but it's pretty tight. Should be tight enough. And here's our moment of truth. Okay, I'm still dry. You can hear that hose kind of filling up. And maybe, might take a minute. This is 100 feet of hose. Let's crank this on all the way. Okay, so let's see. Oops, sorry about that. Whoa! Hey, and then here we are. Wait for it. Ta-da, we're done. Cool. Well, you know, that worked out really, really well, and I am so done with tripping over this crap. So we're gonna get this other hose wound up. We're gonna pull our handy dandy Costco light out of the way here and get that shut off. And we're gonna go from there. I'm really excited about this. This is super cool. It fits nearly perfectly underneath there. You can see I got my detailing, some of my detailing kit up here, and it kind of almost retracts or bumps out of the way a little bit. So I still actually have some storage room underneath there if I want to take, like, for example, these buckets and just toss them underneath there and store them while, you know, I'm not using them for detailing. That frees up some space for me up here. But that's pretty slick. I'm very happy with it. And for around 140 bucks, gets this off of my floor. And man, what a cool process. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you liking and subscribing. It is how YouTube showers me and my channel with love. And hope you can continue to enjoy these little side projects here in the garage as we continue to try to finish this place up and make it look awesome and super cool. It's one of my favorite things when people walk up and the first thing they say is, man, your garage is really cool. And glad you guys could be a little bit along for the ride. So cheers.